and I fly a bus, it's because we have something special for our OG subscribers in mind. We'll give you more details on that later. And Dave, don't we know one of those in every community? And two brain cells, how's it going? Old man, how you doing tonight? An old man, how's it feel to have a night off of work? And Strike, I'm doing very well, thank you. And Yort, how are you tonight? Shane, good to see you. And Microman, good to see you. And good to see you. Good to see you too, Showtime, Jesse.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the Podcast Live. Thank you. The Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. You see it? It's right there on the screen. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
I'm having a fantastic night so far. How are you doing tonight, Scott?
I'm hanging in there. It's about time to dye the beard, but I'm hanging in there. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to ThePodocasts.
Hey, you.
That's what I say to my internet company this evening. I pay $480 a month for internet, for high-speed internet, for fiber internet, business internet, and I pay $500 a month for it. $450, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but this is crypto. We're allowed to exaggerate a little bit. My current push, my upstream is 1,300 kilobytes. That's what I'm getting for $500 a month, 1,300 kilobytes. So if it looks grainy, choppy, or we start going in and out, you can thank Mediacom because I certainly will. And this is one more just for them.
You.
So, yes, we're going to drop a stream. We're either dropping, we were just going to pull Tuesday night. This was going to be the last one. We're done. No more Tuesdays. We're doing a special thing. So, we're not a channel that gives financial advice. We never give financial advice. This is sitting right there. But we've had some podcast members who have been supporting this channel as long as it's been a channel. We call them the Podcast OGs. It's part of they financially support this channel to the tune of $20 a month. So for one of these streams, we are going to be knocking this out, and we're going to be doing one-on-ones with the OGs. That means the ones who want to attend are welcome to attend. And at those streams, I will give financial advice. That's what we're going to do for the people who have supported us the whole time. We've done well. Crypto's been good to me. It's been good to us, all of us here at the podcast. And we never wanted to be one of those channels that told people how to spend their money. We've never done that. We have only shown you guys how we spend our money. That's what we do. So the idea of doing that, it makes me go a little bit chilly because I don't want to be responsible for your losses. And this is crypto. And the absolute best plan, best price, best everything doesn't always work out because it is crypto. However, for those who are really, really curious and want to get all the way down into my wallets and figure out where I started from and where I'm at now, that's what these shows are going to be for. So we were just going to drop Tuesday, but we've gotten a lot of flack about that on the podcast Discord. People want us to keep the Tuesday. So I'll tell you what, we're going to ask the audience. You guys are the ones who've been joining us for all of these shows. So instead of me making the arbitrary decision, I'm going to ask you. We're asking right now, would you rather us keep the Tuesday or keep the Saturday? One of those is going away. And we've asked the Discord, and we're going to ask the viewing members now. Would you prefer us to keep the Tuesday or keep the Saturday? And you know what? We're going to be very, very democratic here. Whichever one gets the most votes wins. So one of them is going away. I am indifferent. If I had my way and I was doing this full time, I'd be on every night, every single night, because I just love talking crypto. I love getting into the community. I love the family that we've built here at the podcast, man. I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys every night. But there's no way that you could take me every single night. Who knows if some stuff works out, maybe we're going to go full time. That being the case, you will see me every day. But until then, we have to limit the time that we go live. And the big reason for us is value. That's really all it is. We're a small channel. We are a very small channel, but we're a high production channel, and we're getting much more high production. We're building out the new studio, cameras. I mean, it's a lot of money in there. So for us, we have to be able to maximize it. I mean, it just makes sense. Remember how you guys hear me talk about opportunity costs all the time? Opportunity costs of buying something that you don't need. I'm shoveling 30 grand into a studio that I absolutely do not need. It doesn't matter how good my production is. We're not going to get more than 30 or 35 people watching at any one time because our message is rational. our message is objective. And this is crypto. This is the land of dreams. People don't want rational. They don't want objective. They want how much, how soon, when Lambo. And we will never be that channel. So as far as opportunity costs, yeah, 30 grand into a studio for a channel that doesn't matter. I mean, our views it's not going to change anything because our message is slow, steady wins the race. Be smart, be objective. And people refuse to be objective. I can cite you how many tokens up and down the list right now that are just bad investments, absolutely terrible investments. And the people who are clinging to them will never let them go. You will never change their mind that what they're doing is stupid, that the money that they are shoveling in here, they are pissing down a hole. It's like buying a boat. Who ever lost money buying a boat? It doesn't matter. You tell the person who just loves boats that all you're doing is throwing money down into it, and they won't believe you. They won't. No. It's psychic joy that we get out of the boat. And Emery, I really think he put a nice pin in it when we were talking about the people that hold on to these just hopeless investments. It's psychic money for them. Whether it goes up or down, they're thrilled because it's going somewhere. They just want to see action. Nobody wants to see flat. They want to see action. So even when their token is tanking, they're cheering it on. Buy the dip. My God, I can't wait for payday so I can buy more of this crap. You see it on virtually every Reddit that's out there. As soon as things go bad, they cannot wait to get their hands on more money so that they can just piss it down the hole over and over and over. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at the situation. I am just, it amuses me to a very small set, very little bit. It just amuses me that you can't even take the time to look at sunk cost bias. You can't even look it up. You can Google it. It's right there, man. Google it. This is sunk cost bias. It's a psychological condition and you're suffering from it. I can prove this any number of ways, but it would just be, we wouldn't even be speaking the same language. So it's this and so many other reasons that I'm saying a new studio and a bigger production is not going to change our show. It's not going to change the message. It's not going to make me any more appealing. I rub people the wrong way just because I speak the truth. I speak fundamental truth. I say things that you need to hear, man. Whether you like them or not, you need to hear them. And if it sounds like I'm repeating my message over and over, it's because it's a good message and you need to know this. If you don't know this, you are going to lose in crypto and you're going to lose big. I don't want anyone to lose. I want everybody to make some money, and the opportunity is here. It really grates on me when you think about so much money that's just pissed away in bad projects. If this money was actually put into good projects, what the DeFi would look like, what kind of blockchain products we'd be seeing right now, we'd actually be competitive with legacy products doing the same thing because there's so much visibility on them. But as long as you still have something out there like Shiba Inu, as long as that's still out there, there's never going to be any credibility given over to crypto. They just aren't. And you even got pundits talking about this stuff, literally talking about Shiba. I'm starting to see it more on the alt news channels. People are actually talking about this. They're saying, oh, what a good thing it is. You should see, have you looked at Shiba? They give Shiba updates and stuff like this. And my dream is to be able to call into one of these programs and say, yeah, but what does it do? What do you do with it? I just want to hear their answer. That's my dream. And the bar's real low for me. All right, it really is very, very low. I just want to hear, what do you do with it? And you're going to I could already see it. You're about to start with this this completely immeasurable standards answers that you're going to be throwing up there. Well, everybody knows you're going to defer to propaganda. It's what you guys do. I see it. I'm sure everybody else sees it when they actually listen to these people objectively. They hear the propaganda because that's all you got. Because you can't actually talk about fundamentals because you are so far off the reservation that it might as well be a different country when you start talking about some of these. I can talk about Orchid all day. And people who own Orchid still don't know what the hell it does. They will buy the token endlessly, but won't use the product, don't have the app. They're not even real sure what it does. That it's a simple app you put on your phone, boom, you're behind the best VPN in the world. And people own the product, own the token, but don't use the product. This is what is happening with crypto. This is the environment that we've built for it. That you don't have to use it, you just have to own it. If you own it, you're going to make money. Just takes time. The market always bounces back. All of these other platitudes that we throw out endlessly. But it ain't true. Everything doesn't bounce back. There is no guarantee that the current market is going to bounce back. But you've had months and months to get ready for it. You had all the time in the world and all of the information was at your disposal to get ready for it so that you're insulated during this. Not to the point that you're waiting for payday so you can put more money into your sinking token because you think that's how you get rich in a bear market. That's not how you get wealthy in a bear market. The way you get wealthy in a bear market is by leveraging people who are shoveling their paid checks into bad tokens. You wait because you were ready, because you had a plan. You had some kind of strategic investment plan. Because if you don't have a plan, what are you doing? And this is what we are dedicating this little OG stream for, so that we could talk to these. I cannot say this stuff on the big channel, guys. I just can't. I can't do it live. I can't put it out like this because I'm just sick of the BS that I get. It's not a matter of being able to defend my position. I can defend my position very, very well. I just don't want the grief, man, because we are swimming up. We're swimming against the tide. We've been swimming upstream against the tide the entire way that we've been doing this show. And you get to the point where you're just like, I don't care anymore. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little monologue. I don't write anything down, man. This is just completely off the cuff. But sometimes they got to be said, man. You know why I'm enjoying this? And you know why I'm enjoying the down market? Because I was ready for it. Because I was insulated against it. And the lower it goes, the better it is for me, personally. The better it is for me. So I'm not rooting against you personally, but I am rooting for the situation. People are losing their mind. What happens? Bitcoin could go to 26,000. Good. The more farther it goes, the better it is for me. I get rich in bear markets because a lot of people in front of me were stupid. That's really all it is, man. And when it happens and when I sense the bottom, I will be buying and increase my position by 60 to 70% in these tokens with no additional capital out of my pocket. That is how you get wealthy in a bear market, period. That's it. So, all right, that's what we got, Bell. Do I got any questions or comments? We're doing something different tonight, guys. I'm going to give you a preview of the OG stream. I will evaluate your portfolio. I'll do it right here. I will do it right here, live, in front of everybody. I'll do it once. This video will not be posted. Once we're done with it, we're taking it down, and this is not going to be available for replay. It's a one-off. So if you would like me to take a look at your tokens, what you're doing, where you're at, and all that stuff, and you want my opinion, I'm happy to give it to you. I'm not offering financial advice. All I'm telling you is what I would do with that money. And if you're a member of the podcast, odds are good we're in the same investments anyway, so this is a nice, safe thing. Bell, do we got any questions, comments, or concerns?
We've got people lobbying for what days we should keep. We've got Mike who has pitched in with $10 worth of super chats, who also says give Bell Saturday off.
Okay.
Leanson chimed in with a $10 super chat saying keep Tuesday. So in line with what Mike says. Master chiming in with a $20 super chat saying keep Saturday. Tally so far. 14 people are saying keep Tuesday, and only 6 are saying keep Saturday, but 3 are on the fence.
Okay.
And we
Okay. I'll tell you what, you guys sort it out amongst yourselves. All right. Look, if it works out the way I hope it works out, everything works out and lines up. And look, it's not a money thing for me, guys. All right. It's a future thing. I flashed my wallets out here on accident on occasion. You know, I'm okay. But, I'll work it out either, whatever you guys want as far as which stream we keep. But for the rest of it, for the OG streams and all that stuff, man, look, that's the day it's going to happen. So we want to make sure we're coordinated. But, Bell, myself, Bell, Emery, we all have other things that we're involved in. So you guys decide the day. We will set the time. We'll get it done. And we're going to do there exactly what we're going to do now. And I did glance at the question. Do I want you to email me your profile? No, I want you to type it. Don't be shy. It doesn't really matter, man. Look, you guys, here you go. Look, here's the little YouTube wallet. You guys see my money. You see my investments. I don't hide from it. There's nothing you can do with it. If you think you can hack Kepler, go for it, because my video will go viral, and it'll only cost me about 25 grand once you get in and clean out the YouTube account. So I don't care, man. Knock yourself out. No, I want you to put it into chat. I show you mine. I think it's fair that you show me yours. There we go. You know what? We're just a big friendly group here. Belle, what else you got? Carry on, please.
All right. So PK says, "Hey Scott, do you use hardware wallet or just Kepler?"
Just Kepler. I have no fear. That's real. And I get it. All right. Now, I'm not giving financial advice, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Look, you guys, again, you know what's in my stuff, man. Look, I'm fine with Kepler. Kepler has been just an absolute rock star for me. As long as you didn't sign up with Google, as long as you didn't do that. And if it never hurts mentioning this over and over and over, because apparently some people are still not getting it. But if you wanted to come up to this to make your Kepler wallet, your very first Kepler wallet, if any time in the history that you've been using Kepler, if you use this button right here, see that sign in with Google, you gotta stop. I want to be real clear here. Stop. Create a new account with this button right down below it. Write down your seed phrase. Lock it in a fireproof safe, your gun safe, your safety deposit box, anywhere nobody's ever going to see that. That is what you do. If you use sign in with Google, you are vulnerable, hugely vulnerable. We get emails all the time. Belle, do we not get emails all the time about people saying somebody is unbonding my assets? It wasn't me. What's the first thing we ask them, Belle?
Did you use Google sign in?
And the answer 9 times out of 10 is yes, I did. All right. It is hackable. It is gettable. There is no seed phrase, no keys, no wallet. You signed in with Google and you don't have those keys. So please, please, please do it right. Aside from that, if you want to have a go at breaking my Kepler wallet, man, have a go. All right, because I'm not going to make you famous. Our channel is too small, but I promise I'll make a video out of it. It'll only cost me 25 grand to do it. Belle, please carry on.
All right. Milwick63 question. How are the super high APRs possible with eRo and etc.? Sounds too good to be true. Please explain for this newbie how this works. Thanks.
Well, they're inflationary tokens, man. It's going to be breaking down into tokenomics, and we don't do that here. We do it for the members and all that stuff. You're talking about inflationary tokens, all right? This is necessary to maintain the value of the token and to increase the value of the token based on usage. So, yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. Tomorrow's video, I will break down tokenomics. This is going to be something nobody's going to watch when we start getting into inflationary tokens, man. Nobody's going to watch us. But you ask and you shall receive. I just don't want to do it on the live stream right now, man. I'm having a good time and I have a good energy. So please don't make me go there. Belle, please carry on.
Strika chimed in with his asset percentages, saying SIFChain 44.12%, Kava 39.59%, Atom 15.36%, and Osmosis 0.91%.
0.91. You're out of Osmo, huh? You gave it up. You said enough. We've fallen off too far. That's enough. Okay. I respect that. I do. I have no problem with that. Kava. I like what they're doing. The problem right now is that in a compressing market, and you got to admit, crypto is compressing. When that happens, lending goes down. All right, way down. I'll let you in on a secret here. I wasn't going to say this, but I will. I'm concerned with UST. I would never thought I would ever say those words. I'm concerned with UST. But Emery and I have been hacking this over back and forth, and when lending goes down, as it does in a restrictive market, when lending starts to go down, nobody's borrowing this money. It's just sitting there, and you're going to have a problem. So for the first time ever, I think I'm just a little bit worried about UST. USDC still rock solid. Don't worry about that. But UST, and I have quite a bit of money in Terra, it's given me a little bit of concern. Now, this is nothing that I have to worry about tonight or tomorrow, but inside of a couple months, you know what? You want your bellwether, you want your weather gauge on this one, look at White Whale. They've already lowered that APR or the APY from 19 to 16. All right, that is a shot across the bow for anybody who's paying attention. That is a huge shot across the bow. So if you want to see the overall health of the market, particularly in lending, and particularly for something like Kava, then keep an eye on White Whale. Isn't that nice when you got little tidbits like that? What was the rest, Bell? What else did he have? He had Atom. You know what? Atom's always a solid. It's solid. Atom's solid. I guess it depends how you're utilizing it. Atom is still one that you got to put to work. And if you're using it to, okay, you know what? This is, I said I do it, and I will. If you're using it to chase airdrops, you're wasting your time, man. I absolutely disagree with that 100%. If you happen to have some in there, great. But if you are putting it in there at, what is it right now, 14% for a direct stake, or if you go Atom and Osmo, which you can't do because you only got 0.91% Osmo. So I would assume that you're using that as a straight stake. And if you're doing that at the 15%, I think, APR you get on that, you're in for a long road, man. You can put the money to work better. That's what I'm going to say with there on Atom. And if you're using it to chase airdrops, nope, I won't do it. I refuse to do it. I would never advocate to do it, man. You are gambling. You are pushing money into a slot machine and pulling the handle, hoping that the token that you are aiming for on the airdrop, hoping that it has value, that it will get value, that it'll do all those things, man. I will not do it. I'm not an airdrop chaser. I wouldn't advocate for it either. But aside from that, I think it's a good wallet. You got half in Sif Chain, man. Sif Chain. What else do you need to really say about Sif Chain? Let's blow out the 90-day just here a little bit. We'll even third screen it. This is just it's not bad, man. All right, this is what you want to see out of a crypto investment. This is the line that you want to see. You guys know I'm a huge chart guy. You know I look at charts and I study them, and I'm about to tell you what's going to happen. I don't need to. All right, I don't need to because, well, one, you can't, but two, this is what you want to see. And if you keep that 30,000-foot view and you stay looking and really knowing your tokens, you're going to see this the same as I saw it, man. Go look. We were talking about Sif Chain at 7 cents. So, you know what? Our credibility is good there. Bell, please carry on.
All right. And Strikeout added an additional note saying his Osmo, he honestly didn't buy Osmo yet to begin with. So that 0.91%, that's his reward. So.
Oh, okay, you got that there. You got that for free. That's great Osmo, dude. You're up 1 billion% on that. All right, because you paid nothing and you have value, so you're way up on Osmo. Yeah, Osmo's going. I have some thoughts on this one. Now, it's like talking negatively about Secret Network. If you're anywhere near the Cosmos, clearly the podcast is connected to the Cosmos. If you're anywhere near here, thou shalt not speak ill of Osmo. Thou shalt not speak ill of Secret. You just can't do it. But I think it's kind of okay a little bit now because there's so much infighting there's so much infighting in the Cosmos anymore. It's ridiculous, man. When the IBC first launched, every L1 out there was holding hands and singing Kumbaya. We will We will overcome. They were just, everybody was celebrating, man. And they just stepping all over themselves, congratulating every L1. It's not quite like that now. Now everybody, they got an arm around, they got their arm around your shoulder and a knife ready to plunge it into your back, chasing the limited amount of capital that exists in Cosmos. Every L1 that onboards into Cosmos is not bringing new capital with them. And these are products that are basically only visible in Cosmos. All right, they're not reaching out to the rest of the crypto sphere saying, hey, come to the they're not doing that. They're not even advertising to them. They're not doing any of these things. They are advertising directly to Cosmos people. Now, you have to see that this is a problem because there is a fixed amount of capital over here in the Cosmos. So every time you onboard a new L1 like EV Moss, it's the flavor of the day. It's a bad flavor, but it's the flavor of the day. Everybody's going nuts. We're going to make it. We're all going to win, all that crap. But all it's going to do is bleed capital out of other products because ADA folks are not saying, oh, hell, EV Moss came out, man. We got to rush to the Cosmos. You're not seeing that, all right? It's not happening. So all it's effectively diluting from the way I'm seeing it is that it is diluting all the other L1s. Everybody's losing a little bit of value. It's got to come from somewhere, man. And there's not enough external money that's coming in here. Now, the thing that it really gets me jazzed up about stuff like that are some of the products that are coming online here, like Jackal. All right, this is a product that appeals to an external market, to a legacy market, to the real world. This is a blockchain product that can be utilized by anybody. It's not just a DEX. That means you, your uncle, and people who have never even heard of crypto can sign up and use blockchain as their storage, secure, everything, every way better, cheaper. And this is external money that is now coming into the Cosmos. That's a good thing. That's what we need. But right now, all I'm seeing are people stepping over each other, trying to get the amount of capital that's here. So they keep asking me, why is Osmo going down? Why is Osmo going down? Because they're a victim of their own damn success. It was great. It was exciting. We were all one team, and it was $11. Then the infighting started. Then the backstabbing started. Then everybody is just going out of their way, stepping on the other guy. And where's Osmo at now? Under $4. Welcome to it. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Robbie Smith chiming in with a question. What is a good safe browser?
Well, I use Brave. As far as I think that's not really a me kind of question. I'm more of a crypto guy as opposed to a tech guy. I use Brave for everything. That's basically my only browser. If you guys hear that little pop-up thing, that little pop-up sound, it's Brave sending me ads. So I haven't disabled them yet because when I'm not live, I will click on them and collect my 0.2 BAT. But you know what? Free money's free money. I don't read the ads. All I have to do is click on them. So that's wonderful. If anybody else in the audience is most likely more technically oriented than I am, feel free to answer. I use Brave. That's my browser of choice, or Tor if I'm really getting creepy. Belle, please carry on.
All right, MJ chiming in with portfolio stats. SIFChain at 44.17%, Osmosis at 24.10%, Juno at 12.03%, Secret at 10.26%, and Cosmos at 9.07%.
You know what? You're solid with the SIFChain. Obviously, man, depending on where you bought it. If you just bought SIFChain, hold on, man. That's all I got to say on that one is hold on. But MJ, I know that you took us serious around 8 cents, so you're probably just smiling as you're in there cooking eggs. I think MJ's a short order cook. Is that right, dude? You work at like Waffle House or something, don't you? You got a real good mix in there, man, but it depends where you're putting them to work. The one that you're going to have trouble with, believe it or not, right now, in my opinion, is Secret. All right, as far as being able to maximize the value of Secret, I recommend putting some in. Honestly, for me, I don't even have 10%. Less than 10% of my total holdings is Secret, man. It is, oh, man, they brought on that L2. They L2'd, and I had a huge problem. As soon as they did that, man, I unloaded half of it. I didn't buy Secret so that I could give away half. I didn't buy Secret so I could give away half of the captured value to an L2. All right, I didn't invest in the L2. I invested in the L1. And as soon as an L1 goes through and has to bring on a level 2, that tells me, now this is me, but it tells me you're not serious about your own product. You're not serious enough to stand up the infrastructure necessary to manage what you created. You are more than happy to go like this, hand it off to an L2, and hand off half your value. I have a huge problem with that, a huge problem with that. When they did it, I unloaded the bulk of my secret, man. I didn't invest in an L2. I don't want to invest in a product that relies on an L2. To even maintain an acceptable level of efficiency, you have to L2 it. I have a problem with that, so that's me. What else did he have, Bell? I know he said about 46% SIF chain. Solid on the SIF chain.
Yep, 44.17% in SIF chain.
What else you got?
24.10% in Osmosis.
Okay.
12.03% in Juno, and Cosmos at 9.07.
Okay. Cosmos, why do you have it, man? I guess that would be my question on that one. What are you doing with it? If you just have it blindly staked for airdrops, I think you're selling yourself short. You heard my reasoning. I'm not going to repeat it. The Osmosis, I still hold 25% of my total holdings is Osmo, but I'm putting it all to work. And I'm not even putting it to work on Osmosis anymore, man. I moved it over to SIF chain. I paired it up with Rowan. 250%. 250%, and that's an APR. The APY is just through the roof. Is it going to hold? No. I mean, it's going to have to bleed down. It is absolutely going to have to bleed down, and I understand PMTP. In fact, we're going to have SIF Chain on the show next Thursday. Not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after that, we're going to have SIF Chain on the show. I'm going to ask them the same questions. The exact same questions that you guys have been answering me that I've been struggling with a little bit. So we're going to be bringing those guys on. Now, again, the Osmo, it's going to – I don't want to say it's sure to bounce because that's what everybody says about every token in existence. It'll come back. There's no proof that this will happen, but we all want to have a warm fuzzy. I have no particular problem with the investment as long as you are getting a good return on it. Now, Osmosis paired with, what's it paired with? Rowan? I think it's a fantastic investment. It's not as good. It wouldn't be my preference. I'd rather go Rowan USDC. You guys know my mind on this. But if you do want to hold the Osmo, as SIF Chain does what it's going to do, which it's starting to peg up, not exactly with Bitcoin, but you're starting to see a little bit of correlation. Osmo's going to pair with it real well because as Bitcoin starts to rise, SIF Chain's going to go as far as a relative purchasing power, and Osmo's going to come with it. So you're minimizing your IL, but you have a real good chance of getting some nice recovery out of Osmosis. I think that's a fantastic investment. So if you're doing that, I think it's great. And you can get Rowan and Osmo. I think it's about 108% on Osmosis, but you can get 253 if you just move it over to SIF Chain, man. 253 versus 108. Real simple math there. I've already divested. I am over in SIF Chain. I actually have probably too much over there, but that's my money. That's my risk, and I'm more than happy to take it. So, no, I like your spread. I think you're a little heavy in secret. That's me. Yeah, until Secret starts to take some serious, and not platitudes, not this, not just talking up about what we're going to do and it's going to be great. None of that shit. I'm tired of that. When you take action, when you take steps, when you are, show me that you're serious about your network, I will push my money back in. But nah, man, it was a real bad look, in my opinion, when they went with the L2. I know everybody celebrated it. The round of applause came up. Yay. Look how serious they are. They're so serious that they're willing to share half of their captured value. No, I got a problem with that. So I think you're a little heavy in secret. My opinion, not financial advice. So take that with a grain of salt. Bell, please carry on.
And MJ also says he got into SIF Chain around 10 cents and he's a chef. Thank you, sir.
Chef. What's the difference, dude? I can make scrambled eggs and chili. Am I a chef? No, I know. Look, MJ's a real deal, man. He knows savory and salty and why all this stuff matters. So, yes, no, he is a real deal chef. He's real tattooed, too. So you might see him on that show with Gordon Ramsay. You might be seeing him come on that one there. All right, Belle, please carry on.
I hope we never see him on Kitchen Nightmares. That'd be bad.
Go on. Give me some questions.
All right. So Lawpost 2, SIF Chain 50%, yield nodes 40%, THG 5%, and 1 5%.
You're actually kind of in a good place with that one because you have so much leveraged into SIF chain. Now, again, it's going to come back. When did you buy it? Because if you just recently bought at the top, we know how this works out, guys. We always know how this works out. When you buy at the top, all you got are tears on the way down, sunk cost bias. You'll continue to hemorrhage money into it over and over and over. So it depends when you bought. If you got in 9, 10, 11 cents, I think you're solid. I like the investment. And the neat thing about that is depending on what pools you're in, I assume that you are putting this Rowan into pools and that you're earning with it, or at least straight staking it on Kepler. There's a lot of advantages to that. 163%, you're immediately liquid. Every epoch, you are liquid. So there's a lot of advantages to that. So as long as you're putting it to work, I guess I should have prefaced this, that are you putting this money to work? If you're not putting this money to work, please tune into the podcast because we will show you how to put it to work. It's not that hard. But is with right now, currently with the market, you got to look at it pragmatically, and I do. All right, SIF chain is a freaking star right now. What will it do a week from now? We don't know. What will it do 2 weeks from now? We have no idea. All right, what is the entire crypto market going to look like 2 weeks from now? We don't have a damn clue. Tomorrow, the feds are going to raise interest rates. Did you know that? Did you guys know that? Tomorrow's the day. And I think it's terrible because they're putting it on Star Wars Day. Don't do that on Star Wars Day. Don't take it away from me. Do I not look like a geek that knows Star Wars? I do. But it depends if you're putting the money to work. If you have 50% of your portfolio right now is in SIF chain at this moment, and you are taking advantage of these big APYs, auto compounding, if you're taking advantage of what's over there, you can weather it, man. This is literally inviting you to play with some of these slot machine tokens because you could take a big loss on these things. SIF chain's going to keep you in it. It's going to keep you nice and even, man. That's all you're going for. So depending on the breakdown and what you're doing with it, aside from that, no, I think your wallet's in good shape. I'd maybe put some into Terra. I'd maybe start looking over at Terra, looking into Apollo. I know I just said I'm concerned about Terra, but guys, look, man, if Terra goes, the market's going. Everything's going with it, and it won't really matter. I'm just illustrating. Look, man, you can see the flag flying right now. I didn't think White Whale would cut that percentage, man, but they damn sure did. And that like, gave me that look right there. So, yeah, I was concerned. Bell, please, carry on. I think it's but I'm sorry. I think it's a good breakdown. Bell, carry on.
All right, Dave Flowers. Okay, 0.75 BTC, 50 DOT, 750 Matic, 750 ADA, 37 ST Juno. I'm assuming that means stake Juno. I don't know. 21 ST Atom, 34 ST Osmo, 42 ST Secret, plus $1,000 on SIF in USDC. Atom and Juno down 40% overall.
Yeah, you're gonna get. You're into a bunch of blue chips. Now, everybody loves the blue chips, right? Because they're reliable, because they will always bounce back, because it doesn't matter. You're in a blue chip. It's going to be solid. The Bitcoin, the ADA, I have no interest in them, man. Emery's been hitting me to do a Bitcoin video. He said, you got to do a Bitcoin video. There is nothing I could say positively about Bitcoin. I can't. Unless you can take that Bitcoin and wrap it and put it to work. If you can take that Bitcoin, wrap it, and put it to work, big fan. Big fan. There's only there's not a lot of places that I know you can do. I know you can do it on SIF chain. I mean, I have some wrapped Bitcoins for just a little bit. I don't know, a few grand. I just wanted to see how it performed. You're in a lot of blue chips, man, and when the market rattles, those blue chips rattle right along with it. Now, it's going to fall back to the same tired cliches. It'll bounce back. Everybody knows. Don't you worry about it. If you're in these are solid investments. And when they continue to go down, people are going to start coming out. Well, just look at Ethereum back in 2014. Look at Bitcoin in 2011. They're going to fall back to these same tired platitudes that suggest that lightning can strike over and over and over and over in the same location, and it just doesn't. All right, the market today is not the market of 5 years ago, or 10 or even 5 years, even 3 years ago. All right, it is not the same market. So as far as being able to blindly, passionately hold to a blue chip, just knowing, because everybody knows that it's going to rail, they all do, is selling you an absolute line of crap, and I think your own portfolio reflects that. I'm not down on it, man. It is what it is, and you're not in a unique position. And honestly, only being down 40%, that's not bad right now. I mean, it's not awful. I'm up. I'm loving this. Everybody that I do work with, they're all up. We're loving it. We couldn't be happier. But yeah, I'd be divesting of the blue chips. I really would. I honestly don't see why you would buy Bitcoin unless you are using this for something very, very specific, meaning that I'm using this to back up something. Terra just bought, hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. They bought a bunch because they're using this to back up the Terra. So in that case, I understand it. They're treating it like gold. I agree with that. But the funny thing about gold is that gold's purchasing power has never changed, ever. This is the other thing that we never talk about. All right, back in 1850, we're going to take a little lesson here, guys. We're going to go down. I'm going to illustrate blue chips here. Back in 1850, you could buy a very nice horse saddle for 1 ounce of gold. An ounce of gold would get you a very nice horse saddle. Guess what it'll get you today? A very nice horse saddle. Doesn't matter where. You can buy the saddle in Russia, China, Malaysia, Vietnam, anywhere that makes horse saddles. You can get a real nice one, a very nice horse saddle for 1 ounce of gold. The same thing that you could get with it 200 years ago. The purchasing power hasn't changed. Now, we never talk about this, and I didn't want to go fundamentals tonight, but when you start, when you're keeping a wallet that's just packed with blue chips, the purchasing power is what matters in these things. And as the market, and they haven't changed. I understand your wallet's down 40%, but what you can buy with the remaining amount of that wallet would be the same as if you were down 40% or flat even on it. You could still buy the same amount of tokens because the market moves as a whole right now. So it's okay, but I don't see where you're earning with it. I guess that's kind of my issue. I just don't see where you're earning with it. You have got to insulate yourself. You've got to put it to work. You have to do something. Or if not, I mean, what are you doing here? Because all it's going to do is go up and down. With Bitcoin, the purchasing power is not going to change. So just my opinion, not financial advice. Belle, please take it away.
Shane, portfolio, AMP 50%, Atom 20%, Osmo 12%, Scale 10%, Ren 5%, and OXT 3%.
You got 50% of your wallet is still AMP. You know what? Good for you. You know what? I'm going to give you a round of applause on that one, man. I will absolutely give you a round of applause for being a true believer. Look, man, this thing's been a dog since July. I've been making videos about it, and I'm not going to change my opinion on this. Give me your hate. I don't care because I'm right. I like the product, and I want to get behind products, and it is a good product. It's good tech, but it's a bad investment. It is hands down 100% a bad investment right now. So if, but you're you're kind of stuck, man, because it hasn't been this low since January of 2001. All right, it just hasn't. We'll even pull it up. We'll let everybody take a look at this one. It's not in a good place. It fell out of the top 100, and it's just not real happy right now. So, guys, you see that price right there? I don't know where you bought in, but unless you bought in back in January of 2001, you're down, and you're down hard. All right. If you bought anywhere in the summer, you are crushed, absolutely crushed on this. And, you could do the DCA argument. Well, I continue to put more money in. Therefore, for some reason, my value is getting better because I'm getting closer to what the actual value of the token is. If you bought high, you can never DCA down to even. All right, you can't. It is mathematically impossible for you to ever be even in this token. It just doesn't work like that. So I'd have to ask on this particular one, what are you doing? Now, I know the best you can earn on this one is 10 or 11%. If somebody could check the Flexa capacity, take a look at the staking pools, but I think they're around, some of them are double digit. So you can get some double digit APYs on it of about 10 or 11%. But even at that, man, it's going to take you forever unless this thing really, really booms. So, no, I completely disagree with half your value in AMP. I think you're stuck. I honestly, depending on where you bought, I think you might be stuck. But I don't know, man. How much? I guess that's where I'd ask is how much. Give me a dollar value. I'm not asking. Give me a a zero either side. Give me an idea what you got in there. If there's still enough that you could meaningfully recover from it, dump it. Dump it. There's no shame, man. You don't have to be this guy. Dump it. Put it into something else that is going to get you even. Go back to AMP. All right. That's always something that you can do. So consider that one, man. But half your bag filled with half your portfolio filled with AMP right now, in my opinion, unless you just bought today and this is the first time, I think it's a bad investment. What else did he have in there, Bell?
Atom 20%, Osmo 12%, Scale 10%, Ren 5%, and OXT 3%.
I like the Scale. I like the Ren. I like the Orchid. I'd be more than happy to hold on to any of those in smaller portions. They're hard to put to work. All right, it's hard to earn on these things. There's a few places that you can LP them, but it's kind of tough to put those to work. But they are solid use tokens, and I'm a big fan, particularly the Orchid. Ren, we all want to wrap Bitcoin. You need something to do it. Here's Ren. Ren will wrap that Bitcoin for you, so that's nice. Scale is a great level 2. When I was an Ethereum guy years ago, it was my level 2 of choice because I like the way that they're working in conjunction with Ethereum. They're not trying to be the Ethereum killer, so I like that investment, but none of these are going to recover until Bitcoin does, period. So, honestly, bang for the buck, you'd be about the same owning those or owning Bitcoin. Neither of them is really going to change your value. So, but the Atom and Osmo, I think you're on the ball there, and we're starting to get you over. Figure out what you're going to do with the app, man. Make a decision, and I guess you could probably still right the ship, man. You got a hell of a road in front of you, but it's doable. Bell, please carry on.
All right, next one from Buddy Dottie. I saw on Twitter you guys have NFTs. Can you tell me when they are being released and what does this mean? Owning one gets you a guest spot on the live streams to talk crypto?
Yes, all of those things. So MJ, who happens to be, he's a chef. I don't know if you know that MJ's a chef, but he sure as hell is. MJ will be able to give you all of the information. And I was going to set him up with an MJ dude, I can't use your whole name on the podcast. I was going to set him up with an email. I still might at the podcast. But MJ, if you want to put out your contact information, MJ's running it. So if you have any NFT questions, he is our resident NFT expert. He will be able to hook you up. And yeah, one of them is if you happen to purchase an NFT, one of the podcast NFTs, they're all one of a kind, and we'll give you a guest spot, man. You want to sit there right there where Belle is, sit right next to her, you're more than welcome, man. We will bring you on. If you'd rather have a one-on-one session with us, we'll give you 20 minutes or a half hour or whatever so that we can actually get down to the bottom and figure out where you're investing, how you're investing, what you're doing, and we'll give you a little bit of coaching. It costs us nothing to do it, but if it helps you and changes your life, man, we're more than happy to do it. So MJ is a guy who would have that information, so he's a guy you're going to ping. I don't know. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Master, when are you selling your SIF chain?
Yeah, see, that's always kind of the kicker, man, is and it's another part of an investing strategy that nobody ever talks about. So let me just say that right now I'm unbonding. All right, so there's no downside to you unbonding. There's 7-day lock-in for the SIF chain for the LPs now. So there is no downside to you unbonding them. If you hit that 7-day window, you got 3 days that you could pull it out. If you don't want to, just rebond it. All right, there's no fees, there's no gotcha. This is straight from the horse's mouth. We do the research, so you don't have to. So there's no downside to it. Now, I'm all about protecting gains. All right, and I was buying SIF heavy at 7 cents. So needless to say, I'm not only up, but I'm up big, 2x, huge. I know that's not the crypto way. Crypto way is 1,000x, but you know what, guys? Sometimes it's 2x, and when you're talking 7 figures, it definitely is. So I'm all about protecting gains. I'm looking at this really, really close. Nobody can predict the crypto market. Nobody. I can't do it. None of the pundits or these talking heads that are going to tell you exactly what's about to happen. They don't know. They don't know in stocks. They don't know in futures. They don't know in commodities. And they damn sure don't know in crypto. They have a nice voice, a nice face, and you believe them. But these people have been hemorrhaging money for people who watch them as long as they've been watching them. Nobody knows. So I am all about protecting gains. And when we happen to get the big hit, this is a huge hit, I am going to watch it close. And when that thing starts to waffle, man, I am out. I love SiftChain. I love what they're doing. I love the money that they've made me more than their vision, period. That's all it is. And I understand that sounds selfish. I don't care. I'd rather I'll dry my eyes with $100 bills. And if that's what it takes for me to salve it, I'm more than happy to do it. So I'm watching close. We'll leave it there. I would be thrilled, absolutely 100% thrilled if SiftChain held 16 cents from here to December. I would be just over the moon because I am collecting a lot of money on them every single day through APYs, through compounding APYs. So my dream is for them to hold steady. 16 cents now. I want to see 16 cents in December. That is an absolute victory. If it starts dropping down and I see 14 and a half, I'm dumping it all. Gone. I will come back. I would rather miss 5% of gains than eat 25% of losses. That's me. Call me whatever you want, man. I'm comfortable with it. I enjoy my money. I hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Ryan Deegan, how safe is SiftChain? Does having 90% of your investments in their pools leave you overexposed?
Well, 90% of... I think you know the answer to that question. I don't know if... I'm not sure if you're asking that because 90% of your money is in SiftChain or not. It kind of feels that way, Belle. What do you think?
It kind of does feel that way.
You know, right now, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on where you are, it's the best investment in crypto. All right? It is absolutely wildly, as far as a use case token, has wildly outperformed the entire market. Hands down. You can look, go for it. All right, knock yourself out. This is what I do. I haven't seen anything. You see some of these little alt things like Dino Token and the SpongeBob SquarePants coin, stuff like that that'll hit these big ass spikes. But this is not a serious investment. That's nothing you would ever put serious money into. SiftChain is an actual serious product. So they have been they've just wildly outperformed anything lately. So if your 90% happen to be in there during the run up, I would just advise caution because that is a lot of eggs in a single basket, man. You never, ever want to do that because one plug pull, one bad thing, just one bad tweet, a single bad bit of news, and you're going to watch 16 cents go to 8 cents overnight. So, no, you never, I would consider you overextended. However, there's a caveat here. Where are you going to put your money that's better right now? I mean, the bulk of my money is sitting in White Whale, earning 16% because I don't know what's going to happen. But whatever I don't have, a lot of it's on Terra, but I got quite a bit in the SiftChain. So sometimes you got to swing, man. I'd love to give better advice, but where are you going to put the other 50% right now that's performing as well? So that's it, but I'd say please be diligent. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Coder 1, do you still do Osmo UST pool or moved out? And if so, where?
No, I pulled it all. It's Rowan Osmo. I actually pulled it off and went to Rowan Osmo. So I'm taking a lot more risk with it. But Osmo UST is getting me about 75%. And as much as I like that, I can get 250% by pairing it with Rowan. So as of now, for me, it's not really a mathematical hit because even at 380, I'm up on Osmo, man. It's a matter of a length of time. When did I buy it? How much, was I profiting? What were my APYs over the period of time that I owned it and staked it? Because everybody just throws that out. All they're looking at is that raw number now. But most people didn't even track. What was your buy-in? How much did you buy it for initially? You have to add in the value that you gained while having it staked before you can actually figure out where your win-loss point is on that token. For me, Osmo can go all the way down to $2.90, and I'm still profitable on it. So as far as me pulling it and moving it over to what I consider greener pastures, there's no loss for me on that one. There just isn't. So I still want to hold the Osmo because I do believe in the token, but if I can double and or 2.5 times my daily rewards on this by pushing it over onto Sift Chain, I'm absolutely going to push it over onto Sift Chain. It has no thing. Well, you got to be on Osmo. You're a Cosmo guy. Got to be on osmosis. No, I don't. They didn't consult me. They don't send emails to the podcast and say, "Hey, we're going to onboard 16 more L1s. What do you think of that? What do you think is going to happen?" They don't send me those emails. They just do it. So in that case, they're looking out for their best interest. I'm going to look out for mine, and in this case, it's over there. When Eric's Dex goes live, I'll give it a fair shake. If there's a better deal there, I'll be there. That's where it is. Belle, please carry on.
All right, our 3D games. Hey, a question about SIF chain rewards in SIF USD pool. Why is it that the number of Rowan in my liquidity decreases? Yesterday, I added another 1,000 Rowan. An hour later, I had 93.
So you put in 1,000 Rowan, and an hour later you only had 93 Rowan. Well, I mean, the pools are AMAs or AMM, so automatic market makers. So they're going to because the pools have to remain stable. As the token value changes, it's going to either be bringing more. This is impermanent loss, by the way, but it's either going to short up with USDC or Rowan, depending on how the values are going to fluctuate. So, yeah, what you're actually putting in and what you're pulling out are going to be wildly different. They're going to be wildly different. This is what was introduced with Ascendance. This is they brought it in for the arbitrage, guys. They absolutely brought this in for the arbitrage. If you're not familiar with arbitrage, I'm not going to talk about it right here. But those of us who deal heavy, make big purchases.
And he's correcting himself, saying, sorry, 993.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's it, man. Arbitrage. It's a little bit of IL. The pool's going to balance. If you were telling me the other way, I would have to go look at the chart and say, what the hell happened? So if you only moved a few of them, dude, it's going to happen constantly. It's going to absolutely happen constantly as the value of SIF chain changes. It's got to maintain a parity in the pool, and that's how it does it. Belle, do we have more questions? Because we're just about to the end of this one.
We do have a few more, yes.
Okay, do them quick. We're going to do them lightning round. Go.
Microman, your thoughts on crypto.com shenanigans this week? You know my opinion, but I'll happily share it again.
I own $23 worth of Crow. All right, I bought this so that I could stake it and get free Tectonic just so I could make a Tectonic video. I give no thought to Chronos. All right, none. I'm in enough things. I understand that they're great. And yes, I did see the shenanigans. Guys, welcome to crypto. Belle, please carry on.
David Craig, what's your feel on the Juno whale situation? Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, I don't own any Juno. I'll just put it right there. Belle, please carry on.
All right. Old man, is Theta level 1 or level 2?
Theta's a level 1. Belle, please carry on.
All right. And Jack Sparrow hit us with a $19.99 super chat.
Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. So, wait a minute. You were supposed to get a full round of applause, man. I hit the button twice. I got a twitchy Stream Deck. I saw a couple guys kicked us over $20. Please send Bella an email. Bella@ThePodocasts.com. If you need to see it, it's right here. Bella@ThePodocasts.com. An email because you guys are invited to the OG stream. All right, the OG people, the OG original gangster, the podcast original gangsters, they pay us $20 a month for as part of the YouTube membership. So you guys kicked in, you're entitled to the whole month. All right, so we're going to be doing 4 of these, and it sounds like it's going to be Saturday, Belle. Is that about right?
It does sound like it's going to be Saturday, yes.
Okay. And for the OG guys, look, man, I'm going to be drinking, just so you know. It's Saturday night, man. Give me a break. You guys are invited. So Belle knows who gave what. Just send her an email, say that was me, and you're going to be invited to the streams. You guys can stick around. If you enjoy it and get value out of it, please consider becoming a member. Yeah, so that's it. Do we got any other questions, Belle, or do we wrap that up?
One more. Vi mostly got Luna and a smaller percentage on Rowan USDC. Is it better to put Luna on SIF chain or on a Luna pool? Thank you.
You know what, Luna, I didn't check, but top of my head, I'm going to say you'll probably get a better return pairing it with Rowan and putting it on Sift Chain right now, man. These APYs are just through the roof, and it's up and down the board. So yeah, I would probably look that way if you were going to look that way. Anyway, guys, look, man, I had a what?
MJ just hit us with a $6.60 super chat.
Why? Thank you, MJ. Yeah, guys, look, man, you're going to be getting a lot more of this. This is, we were kind of saving it for the OG stuff, but I wanted to give you a preview. So this is the type of stuff that we're going to be doing on the OG stream. Again, man, look, I'm not telling you how to spend your money. If you ask me, I will give you my recommendation and just leave it right there. But it is nothing that I'm not doing myself, period. That's it. And I show you guys my holdings all the time. So I don't think it's not a disingenuous recommendation, man, because this is what I'm doing. So I don't think there's any, I have no heartache with actually telling you, if you ask me, telling you what I would do with it, because you see what I do with mine. So there we go. But this was a preview of it, and it does sound like we will be keeping the Tuesday stream and the Thursday stream, but the Saturday stream will be going away. We'll be dedicating that to the OGs, whether it be a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon. Belle will sort it out. She's producer of the show. Let her sort it out and figure out which is the best day. I will accommodate any of them. But guys, I appreciate you tonight for indulging me on this one, man. I wanted to go crazy, and this was a fun one. I'm sad, man. I'm sad that the hour went away. I'm still fired up. I'm ready to go. But we can't. We got to stick to our time. This is it, because I don't pay Bell. So I agreed to only take an hour over time, but we're over it. So with that, Bell, please talk us up, talk us out.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Everyone who kicked in with super chats, again, wow, thank you guys. Even though you were freaking lobbying, yeah, that was kind of obvious. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, or if you need an Emery for anything, you guys can definitely drop us emails. Scott@ThePodocasts.com, Emery@ThePodocasts.com, and Bella@ThePodocasts.com. Again, we could not do this without you guys. We do seriously thank each and every one of you, and we will see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.